Hey guys, gamers in the zone, and welcome to another episode of Touhou 10 Mountain of Faith. Last time, we tried playing as the high power type for Marisa, and we ended up failing miserably. So, we're gonna try this again. Hopefully we do better this time. That's gonna be my objective. I know I normally start out these videos with acknowledging our good old buddy Freezing Time. Well, that was mostly for whenever his comments were, like, super informal, which right now I wouldn't say it's really worth showing on the video. It's mostly just him, you know, talking about things that don't really have to do with the lore of this game. What was that? Excuse me, what was that? Oh no, I must have accidentally pressed, like, a certain arrow. Let's pretend that never happened. Okay. Just keep playing the game for now. Okay, they're gonna come from this direction. Alright. Come over here, and they're gonna come over here. Go up, get that, get them, get that. Ah! That missed. Couldn't quite get them. That's okay. It's only the first stage, and I'm sure we'll find better ways to get through this. Mostly at this point, I'm just trying to get through everything at this point. Oh, I'm supposed to be done by now. That's why enemies are coming on at this time. I didn't know that enemies would start appearing on screen mid-fight like that. Okay, we've seen this dialogue many times now, so I'm mostly gonna skim it. I'll at least show a little bit of it, and for those of you who maybe didn't get the chance to read it yet, but for the most part I'll be skipping most of the dialogue at this point, because we've already seen it quite a few times already. And if I'm wrong, then, well, I just don't feel like looking at it again. One time is enough for me. I am currently not in the mood to read it. No matter what you say to me, you can't make me read that. Mainly because I'm just at that point where I really just want to focus on getting through this and getting the remaining endings, since I already know what they say. Okay. Next stage, let's go. Oh. You ain't getting away from me. Okay, I'm guessing they're coming from this way now. Nope. Wrong again. I'm always wrong when it comes to trying to predict their positions. Always wrong. Okay. 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 Make sure I'm hitting them while at the same time making sure I get the points. As well as make sure I keep moving, so I don't get hit by anything. Okay. Alright, we got everything. Now to focus on hitting the mid-boss, as well as making sure I avoid everything that it fires. There we go. Okay, we got streaming attacks. Just gonna head up for a moment. Huh. Get over here. Okay. Collecting quite a bit of stuff. Huh. Okay, yeah, I knew I could fit through that. Okay, we got a big fairy up there. Take care of the big fairy first before we go up there and grab anything. Okay, go up there and grab it. Okay, there we go. It's safe to go up. Give you guys a bit of time to read. If you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. You may have to sort of frame stop it to get stuff, but for the most part... I just get scared, guys. Habitual instincts. Okay. Alright. Luckily, this is only the second stage boss. So the attacks are at least in some way simple. That doesn't mean I should let my guard down. Yep, knew I could fit through that. Okay, what's it firing now? Oh yes, this attack. This is a fairly simple one. We got this. Oh, that's right, the attacks progressively get more and more confusing. Take that. I also noticed that the bonus points I get from spell cards sort of slowly go down as I proceed throughout the... Dun, 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 dun. Okay, extension there. And I gotta remember where these guys coming from. I'm guessing they're coming... Oh no, did they come from the left? Or no, they come from both directions. Okay. So it didn't really matter much where I got them from. Back at up to full power. Lots of fairies everywhere. And bullets. While still having to make sure I get everything to get the most amount of points possible so I can get as many extra lives as possible. Yeah, at this point I'm done talking about fun commentary. At this point I'm in full game engagement mode. At this point in the Let's Play, because I'm so focused on wanting to be done with this. I don't want to have to... I really don't want to have to keep playing, because I'm genuinely at that point where I'm, like, just about ready to be done. So my main goal at this point is just pretty much getting through the game. Ha! Okay. Ha! Alright, well, tell you what. If I fail this run, I may reconstruct the rule to where if I die on, like, the first 3 stages, that I should just restart. Because the run will obviously be in vain. Okay, maybe I'll only construct that rule if I get the... Maybe until I get the bad ending, since I'm at least have unlimited continues to where I'm at least able to start at the beginning of a stage, start over again. But aside from that, it's like, don't really have a lot of options to choose from. I will think about it as I proceed. But until then, I'd say I'm doing mostly okay. As long as I can make it through this. But I may go as far as to reconstruct that rule, depending on how this goes. I know I can skip that faster if I hold down control. I just want to give you guys plenty of time to read it all. If you guys are still interested, if there's anyone still interested in reading it, let me know in the comments if you still are. If not, I'll just stop showing it and just focusing specifically on going forward with the game. Okay, where they're coming from next. Coming from there. There we go, we got it. Get that. Get back down here. Just try and make sure I get this stuff down, because for this video, I want to keep going till I get the ending. Like, even if I do press a wrong button again, that I accidentally take myself back to the main menu. I at least want to get an ending this video. Whether it's a good or bad ending, really doesn't matter to me at this point what I get, as long as I get an ending. I will not be satisfied till I get the endings that I so greatly desire. Ah! Oh. That was close. Too close. Okay. Alright, we're heading up the mountain. Waterfall. You know what this stage reminds me of? It reminds me of like that Mario Kart stage where you're like going up the mountain, or like the, I forgot what the stage name was called, but yeah, it involved like going up. There was one part where you go up a waterfall, and yeah, something like that happens. Can't remember the exact name of the course. I think it was Mount Wario that had that. I think. I could be in the wrong about what I'm thinking. Could easily be in the wrong about all of that. Whatever the case, let me know in the comments. I'd have to look back at it. I'm sure my buddy the Darth Hoyman Gamer will know what I'm talking about. The stage where you go up the waterfall and there's like the boosters along some of the water areas. Surely you know what I'm talking about. Gotta keep using bombs, because I can never... It's like I'm unable to find openings anymore in some of these attacks. And now I'm using too many bombs, to where I never have enough power to do good on these stages anymore. Like, what happened to my skill that all of a sudden I, like, am using way too many bombs? Okay, maybe these crows can help me get some of my, well, I got an extension, not exactly enough to get a refill on power, per se. Okay, couldn't quite reach that. Oh, no, 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 please, no! Had to use more power. I never use enough power. Okay. I don't know why I didn't go for the one to the left while I still had an opening, but I guess I wasn't in the mood for it or something. Or couldn't quite get to it. Let's get to it now that it's available to us. Now that the opportunity is available to... Okay, that was just out of pure fear. It's like I don't want to keep using bombs, because then I'll keep, you know, not having any... Okay, at this point I'm just going to keep holding down control, because... Oh yeah, that's right, I remember in my last video I was like mentioning a song about circles. Should have taken the time to look at the lyrics. I might do that for the next video, try to look up the lyrics of that song if I can remember it for next time. If you guys even know what I'm talking about. Okay, just focus on getting through this. As long as I still have a bit of power remaining, and as long as I'm still dealing hits to my foes, I guess it's okay to be using some bombs here and there. I just don't want to keep using bombs that I, like, never have enough power. So I keep having to use power, and then, like, the more power I use up, the more, like, the less damage I'm gonna deal to enemies. Is what's making this a bit troublesome for me. Okay, I noticed with these attacks there's kind of like a bit of some sort of pattern to it. Like, it starts out like with the blue ones being sort of, I guess, randomly placed, and then the other circle, the red circles are the... this one I always have to use my power on to bomb it. Except I'm running a bit low on power at the moment to where... I'm only at 1 power now. So if I use any power in this attack, like, I'm gonna have nothing left, and I'm gonna be barely doing any damage to the boss. So I gotta make sure I dodge this thing like really well if I want to be doing good at this point. So right now, I would love to keep doing good. Okay. Alright, 5 lives, come on. Not giving up now. We still can get our power back if I don't mess anything up. Just have to be careful when it comes to enemies coming on screen. I just want to get my power back is all. Okay. Now I have to start being careful because there's a bunch of streaming attacks on screen and other forms of bullet waves that I need to be wary of. Oh, that's right, these kinds of attacks. Here they come with the orbs. I remember the orbs this time, so I'll make sure to keep a close eye out for them. Here's an opportunity to go to the top of the screen for a moment to get some items. And then here they come with the orbs again. Ah! Of course I had my hand away from the X button. Alright, fine, you got me there. Just let me get to the end this time, please. I'm pleading with you, game. I just want to get to the end. That's all I really want right now, is to get to the end of this. Oh, I actually made it through that attack without bombing. But just keep my guard up. All I want is to get to the end of this. Okay, just get to the end. Get to the end of all of the frustration that I've had to put up with the past... Well, only one episode so far, but it was pretty painful, though, to where I was not liking it. Ooh, that actually worked out pretty well, because I was able to just grab all those items. Okay. Just make sure I keep hitting everything. Do not allow the orbs to hit me, no matter what. Okay. It's safe to go up to the top. Let's go. Alright, time to take on Sanae Kochia, our good old Wind Priestess and supposed god, apparently, according to her. No, I don't exactly know how... I mean, I know this is more of Japanese culture, but it doesn't really make sense how a human, especially even though they're a priestess, is somehow capable of flat-out becoming a god. Okay. Listen, it's pay attention time, not interact with your audience time. Oh! Uh-oh. Oh, still made it through. Okay, that's good. We still made it through that. Despite how rough things were looking. Still are finding some openings. Oh, that one you just kind of go back and forth. Okay. Wait. There weren't any openings there. Oh no, maybe there was somewhere else I needed to be. Alright, we're up to the final attack. Which, yeah, that... Okay. So I'm up to our final attack. So I remember being fairly simple. Just gotta keep my guard up. Alright, I can say things as long as I'm keeping my guard up. Alright. Yeah, keep my guard up. I'm going into the final stage with 6 lives. Does make me worried, because you go in with that many lives, you're bound to get overconfident. Listen, that ain't me, okay? I'm going to ensure the full safety and security of my lives to ensure that, you know, nothing bad happens. No, I don't understand why, looking back at my previous video, I really didn't use a lot of bombs. I really don't understand why I helped so much on bombs on this part when they give you plenty of power to work with, to where it's like, it really isn't too impactful to just, use some bombs. Alright. I honestly don't know how we did so good this time compared to the poor performance from last time. And this is a run where we got hit on the 3rd stage. I am a little bit worried because that's quite a few lives to be taking on the final boss with. And I can guarantee you guys I did nothing to tamper with the amount of lives we started out with at the beginning of this run. Like, I'm telling you guys, it's somehow harder in this game to get the bad ending than it is getting the good ending. Haha! See, I knew it. I knew something was going to happen at some point, and luckily I managed to use a bomb quickly enough. Oh, that was dangerously close. I was really worried, like, I was gonna get hit there. I thought I could make it. Oh no, I did make it. Okay. Oh, messed it up. Okay. I could have just used bomb there. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Some of these attacks, the fairly simple strategy to them. For such small bullets, it's really easy to get hit by those. I know freezing time has told me, like, yeah, they increase the hit detection radius of those. But, like, still, like, that's some pretty big radius that I can get hit by them. Okay. Just when I know what to do here. Okay, or just bomb it. That works too. Or yeah, just bomb that one, because I never liked that one, never will. Alright, in terms of my life counter, see about trying to safely dodge this one. I say that as I get hit. Of course. Always likes getting me at those points. And I always hate it when they do get me at those points. Dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 ah! Okay, I was doing pretty good at the start of that, though, until that just happened. I'm getting hit by everything now. Okay, at this point, just focus on beating her. At this point, just finish her off. As long as I finish her off, that's what counts. Alright. I'm gonna try keeping my guard up here, because I've got a full 2 lives. Let's see how I do with them. You know, looking at it at the end of the day, maybe the reason why I did so bad on the last episode was just as a means of just Marisa blowing away at some of the bad stuff so I could just have some time to calm down so I could start enjoying some good moments like this, where I somehow start doing better unexpectedly, to where I still have 2 extra lives remaining. So, I don't know, maybe Marisa just... Maybe there's a strat to Marisa where, like, she was, like, trying to, you know, get some redemption by getting rid of all of her bad luck in the previous episode, that to do good in this episode. Cause I ended with more lives than I ever had with Reimu. Alright, the Yokai Mountain, the strongest of the yokai, like Kappa and Tengu, live here. The yokai of the mountain don't attack humans. I'm just, like, astonished now, but they don't take kindly to any intruders either. It's like, compared to how bad I did in the previous episode, this episode ended so quickly, yet encouraged by her success, Marisa kept going back. Like, I was expecting to get the bad ending first, and, well, mostly due to some issues from the last episode, that didn't quite happen. Alright, I told you, humans aren't allowed to go any further. Oh, it's okay, isn't it? You let me go in that one time. Let you? Don't you mean you forced your way in? Yeah, you always force your way into these situations, Marisa. Could you take a break every once in a while? You must have known I was trying to go against the god. You'd need a reason like that to get up the mountain. But you got that one from me for free last time. Well, see, it's the same this time, so... But there's no reason to fight her now. But I totally beat her, you know? Wait, what does that say? But dang, ka-chang, But I didn't totally beat her, you know? You don't need to fight Lady Asaka anymore. She reached an understanding with us. Huh? Lady Asaka didn't come here to hurt us. In fact, we're a lot better off now that she's here. What? Did she take over already? The mountain used to belong to an Oni god. But they disappeared, and their faith went too. So the world became a lot less interesting. That's why they've welcomed this new god. Isn't it fun to party with the gods every day? Parties. Is that what faith is all about? Faith is intimacy. There's another party today. The mountain yokai get along well with their new god. Marisa felt out of the equation, which made her a bit lonely. However, beneath the mountain, the relationship between humans and yokai was surprisingly good as always. Perhaps this means the humans had some faith in the yokai. Marisa returned to the shrine, and the yokai partied. Ending number 4. The mountain yokai just do what they want. Yeah, you're very much out of this picture, Marisa. You've impressed me this once, but that's still not going to be enough to redeem yourself for me. Congratulations, all clear, just as I'd expected. Unless you can somehow prove to me, Marisa, that you have redeemable qualities, I'll only accept it if you manage to do as good as you did on this video with your remaining 2 shot types in the next 2 episodes. If you can do that for me, then maybe I'd think about reinserting you back into the picture. But for now, I'm still going to remain disappointed in you. I say that was just a stroke of luck that I did good as Marisa. That was wizard skills, is what that was. That the random wizard skills that come out of nowhere is what I like to call that. There is no way I'm gonna consider Marisa to all of a sudden be in the good ranks that easily. So after her performance last episode, you're gonna need to do a bit more to get me to recover from that, is what I'm gonna say. But that gives us another ending at least, leaving us one step closer to being done with this game and being able to move on to the next. So only 2 endings left to obtain. I mean, of course still there's the extra stage. Thinking about it, I might at least contain like a bonus episode in this Let's Play to just take a peek at the extra stage. Like some of the beginning dialogue between the player, or like the character and the boss, before actually, you know, getting to the real deal in Friday streaming. We'll get to that at some point, but until then, we'll be done here. Alright. Yes. Now that let's actually, hold on. Let me just look at my high scores over these, because compared to my others, okay, so far we have the highest being Reimu Hakurei's Homing, of course. For ceiling, not so much. Marisa Kurosame High Power. That's currently my highest score in all of this so far. I'll admit, I was not expecting that. Well, I guess there's some advantages to playing as Marisa if you're like really good at the game, since like she's definitely more powerful, that she's capable of like defeating bosses quicker and stuff, that she's capable of doing some things. Alright, so next time on Touhou 10 Mountain of Faith, we'll be going in again as Marisa Kurosame with the piercing type, which, if you remember, was the type that we used on our very first episode as a means of challenging myself to see if I was worthy for hard mode yet, because of the viewers back then that recommended I try it, which, at least in terms of this game, I'm not ready for yet. Maybe once I complete all the normal difficulties on every game, I might think about going back to some of these older games and trying them on hard difficulty, but until then, I'll be satisfied with just the normal difficulty. And we'll be returning to this once again, considering how I did with, you know, Reimu and now with Marisa somehow. We'll have to see if her skills will prove to be good this time, or if, you know, once again, we're gonna have issues. So one thing, if I remember correctly, in one of the previous episodes, all the way back in the first episodes, I remember Freezing Time told me that, like, within the 3 range of it, like, there was a bit of a mistake made to where within the 3 range, she's, like, even more powerful than at full power. Which, I know some of you may consider cheating, like Freezing Time, but with how my rulebook works, I'm gonna say this. If it's something that the game gives you, something that the developer put in for you to use to play the game with, whether intentional or not, if it's how the game is built, then in my book, it does not count as cheating. So I am probably going to be a bit more abusive of that ability in the next episode. But until then, till next time, this is the Gamer of Gamers, and stay excellent, everyone!